Buy cheap and safe NBA 2K22 MT at NBA2King.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase.
Alrighty, we are finally back with the long-awaited Centers tier list. Obviously, we had to take off packs and stuff like that ended up dropping, and the Vinny card that I wanted to do a gameplay on. So, just kind of missed out on the Centers tier list, but it's here. If you guys want to check out the point guards through power forwards, obviously, some of the new cards, like the takeoff ones and the glitched, won't be on some of those, but you can still check it out and have some fun with it. We're going to keep doing the quick formats. If you guys like it, enjoy it, anything like that, hit that subscribe button, the like button, everything like that. Just, you know, help the channel out by hitting the buttons. You know what buttons to hit the buttons. Anyway, we can start this off nice and simple with the hard pass tier, where we got Joakim Noah. I mean, has one of the ugliest jumpers in the game. A good defender, but like, basically everybody is at this point, as long as you can hit triangle while they're going up for a dunk. So really, what's the point? Jorge Marsan is literally just tall. DeAndre Jordan is only good because Chris Paul is a good passer. No thank you. Bill Russell actually plays insanely good defense, but like, again, everybody else does, and he's a Ruby. Good for a free card, but again, I'm just not excited about him like in the slightest. So yeah, there's that. Ben Simmons, traditionally really good defender, obviously can't shoot, good slasher, but like, again, what's the point? A lot of these guys are like non-shooting good defensive guys. I just think there's so many cards that are good at playing defense, but can also do the things that these guys are bad at, that it's like, why would I intentionally choose to use these guys over them? You know what I mean? Next is Gold Shaq. Same kind of story. For a gold card, this Shaq is great, but it's a gold card. Nothing else pretty exciting about it. Thomas Bryant, I don't really know why this card exists. And then Taco Fall, again, is good because he's tall. Paint mashing demon, but like, everybody that's tall kind of is. So I don't really know how much weight you can put into that one. Next, we have the still decent tier, where we're starting off with Larry Sanders. Now, I will say I may be a little bit harsh on this Larry Sanders, but this Larry Sanders is literally just a shorter version of Dikembe, and I didn't even work that hard, and I got 1,000 tokens to get Dikembe. So honestly, I just don't really see the need. Larry Sanders is a good rebounder, has set shot 17 on very quick, which can be pretty solid, but I just think it's a bit of a bummer because it's so damn slow. So I'm just not really a huge fan. He does have good defense and good rebounding though, but again, with a jumper that bad, there's so many guys with such good jumpers, I just don't really see the reason. Kelly Olynyk, actually, it's a card I'm like afraid, or I'm ashamed, I should say, to admit that I'm a fan of. I like this Diamond Kelly Olynyk. I was absolutely cooking in the Bracket Buster Spotlight, but he's obviously a horrible defender, horrible like guy, aside from the fact that he can shoot with a halfway decent release. Next, we have the man Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy is a great power forward because his defense is so good. He's got jump shot 22. He's got a good dribble style now, and again, he's just got good defense, so he can really lock down a lot of those, you know, KD kind of style power forwards that people try to run. But the second that you match up against a super tall big, this Jimmy Butler literally has no place in my team. Like, absolutely gets cooked. Next is Jarrett Allen. Just as his jumper on the normal timing. It's just, again, defender, rebounder, we kind of have guys that do that. I do think, though, if we can get, like, maybe another Opal Jarrett Allen jumper on quick, very quick, something like that, Jarrett Allen could actually be disgusting. Because this card was actually really good for, you know, one of those all-star moments. Next, my man Chris Anderson has that, like, Drazen Petrovic jumper. I think it's, like, jump shot 20, something like that. Overall, not horrible, good, like, athletic center, just not really one that I'm thinking of using too much. Just pretty good. Bill Russell was good when he dropped, you know, again, another one of those, I think, set shot 17 kind of guys who has a decent jumper, pretty good defense, but I'm kind of just waiting for, like, an invincible Bill Russell with some crazy jumper if I'm really going to use a Bill Russell at this point in the year. Was a fan of this diamond when he dropped, but not anymore. Will Chamberlain, the back to the basket, non-shooting big. I understand that a lot of people love this Bill Russell because he's got great finishing, his defense is great, he rebounds well, and is blocking shots like crazy. I just think that most people can do that, so really, what's the point? Bobby Portis, a nice kind of stretch big that's definitely better as like a power forward, but doesn't really have good perimeter defense to do that, so I'm kind of like in a weird spot of where I want to run Bobby. But if you like stretch bigs, Bobby Portis is a pretty good card. Simbular is just massive. Like, he is just big as hell on a court, like just huge. And that's really why you want him, because the guy is going to pup everybody and can block everybody at the same time. Like, simple, he's just huge on the court. It's literally not a nice game. This guy's massive. And then last but not least is Rudy Gobert. Rudy can actually, I think, kind of shoot the 3 and can shoot the midi pretty well. But, I mean, it's Rudy Gobert. He just feels so clunky when you're using him. And I just don't like Rudy Gobert either. So, I'm kind of put in a predicament there. But, you know, it's Rudy Gobert. You know what he does. We got the pretty damn solid tier, which is starting off with Marc Gasol, who has set shot 18, which is the same jumper as the wonderful Hakeem Olajuwon. Only problem is he's got a really low speed. So, kind of like a worse version of Hakeem. Kevin Duckworth, I actually have to look up what his jumper is again because I absolutely forget it. But I will say I love Kevin Duckworth's like upper release. It's one of those I'm forgetting the name of it. It's one of those, it's the one-armed upper release that a bunch of people use just to troll in park, and I think it's so funny to see. Yeah, he gets jump shot 56, which is that Chris Middleton jumper on very quick, and then he has that, like, one-handed up. It's just, I don't know, I think it's so fun. But he's got good defense, he's got good finishing. He can actually, well, not good finishing, he's got good post-game with okay finishing. He's got a 79 shot 3, he's about 82 speed. Give him a few badges like catch and shoot, sniper, and maybe a little bit of a, I don't know, posterizer, and he's actually a pretty decent overall center, which you give him there. Next up, Diamond Joel Embiid has jump shot 47 on quick, which some people still think is a little bit slow, but I personally don't mind. It's a good post game, good rim protection. I mean, you know what Joel Embiid does, basically everything. JaVale McGee up next, I think jump shot 31 after the evo, really good jumper, really like it. Basically what Jarrett Allen could be if he had a faster jumper, but like slightly worse stats and badges, which is still a pretty damn good card, so give it to him. Next is Demarcus Cousins. Demarcus Cousins is a very, very solid all-around card. I'm not going to say that he's the most insane card in the game by any means, but has set shot 8, which is that Yao Ming kind of jumper on quick and just feels fun to use when he's actually on the court. I'm personally a big fan of this Demarcus Cousins. Next is Bill Walton, another card that I'm actually a pretty big fan of. He's obviously not like an insane card by any means, but he still is a pretty good card. Has jump shot, I think, 37 very quick, and can play make pretty well, shifty dribble style, I think. All around really good playmaking center, and I usually like those. Next up is Senggoon. Now, Senggoon is a beast, man. He's a beast. He's a center with jump shot 3 on quick as an emerald. He is absolutely disgusting. I will not take any Senggoon slander. He is in the pretty damn solid tier. If you disagree, I don't like you. Wong Chi-Chi, I think he has jump shot 28 still in the normal timing, which for a center is honestly not even really that big of a deal. But obviously, I would like to see a quick jumper timing. If we get an Opal Wong or a Dark Matter, it's over for these my team streets. Picking them up, spinning all my MT, and I'm going off with them. Next is Willis Reed, really good post game, really good back to the basket kind of guy. That they gave a bit of a 3, and I think he's got jump shot 22 as well, which is obviously a pretty good jumper. All around, he's a good card. Wayne Umbrey is basically D'Angelo Russell that is 6'8" and plays the power forward. That's literally what you can think of him as, just not as good of a shooter, but still is a fun card because of the memories of that pink diamond back in the day, which was really fun to use. And last but not least is Robert Parrish. Basically, Bob Pettit with worse shooting but better defense is this Robert Parrish. They got the same jumper. If you use Bob Pettit, you've used Robert Parrish. You just haven't had the good defense that Parrish has. So we're starting off the Baby Demon tier. I went a little early on there, but it's fine. We got Karl Malone. Karl Malone jumper on quick. He's got the quick dribble style and basically can do everything. Like, he's really good. I guess is the worst way that I could put it. All around, I just think he's a pretty damn good card, honestly. Just a good card. It just takes forever to get because he's collector level. Next, James Wiseman and Jack Sikma. Now, James Wiseman has set shot 30 on very quick. Still one of the worst numbers I've ever held square on. Horrible. But Weisman is a lockdown defender, and he's a really good post guy, and he still can shoot it if he's absolutely wide open. It's just a super beta jumper, even on very quick. And Sigma has jump shot 22 on very quick, one of the best, easiest to time jumpers in the game, and is absolutely money from the three-point line, while also having good finishing and being a really good defender, especially on the perimeter. I prefer Weisman as a center, I prefer Sigma as a forward, and I like both of these guys a bunch. If you want offense, go Sigma. You want defense, go Weisman. Hakeem Olajuwon, same thing with Marc Gasol. You got jump shot 18 on quick. The only thing you get with Hakeem is maybe a little bit worse defense, better post game, and you're faster, which is why I put Hakeem up there, because like a good 12 to 15 difference in speed is huge. Next is Eddie Curry. After the Evo, he gets jump shot 38 on very quick, and it is a money jumper, one that I personally am a massive fan of, honestly. I do think that some people sleep on his Eddie Curry, but in my personal opinion, I love running him as like a power forward, and that's really good pick and pop guy, really fun card to use. I'm a fan. Dwight Howard is basically the most athletic center to use in the game. The dude snags every rebound, he blocks every shot, and he dunks on everybody, and they gave him his Dwight Howard jumper on quick, and he can shoot from deep. I just think that Dwight was really a lot better when we first got him, and now he's kind of like a fun card that you still use like if you lock the setting, basically. Dikembe Mutombo, the best defensive big that I've used so far, but I also haven't used Yao Ming all that much, so who knows. Dikembe does have set shot 17 on very quick. It is still a slow beta jumper, even on very quick, but Dikembe is super tall. He can paint match like with the best of them, and his defense is just out of this world, so how can you not love him? Bill Laimbeer, I put him up in the Baby Demon tier. I was unsure on which one I wanted to put between this middle tier and the, Baby Demon. Pretty damn solid at Baby Demon. His jumper is the weird one, but he still has really good defense. I think he really plays that power forward well, too, when he can play make a little bit. I'm unsure if you guys disagree with this one and want him down a tier. I'm okay with it. Yeah, it makes sense. But I'm putting him in Baby Demon. Alonzo Mourning, too. I was unsure on whether or not I wanted him in the tier below or right here. I put him right here. Alonzo Mourning should be amazing. Has jump shot 34 on very quick, which is a jumper that you hate or you love. I'm not really a big fan of it, but he still has a good post game, good finisher, and again, it plays that secondary center roles like a power forward really well, is having two big guys out there on the court, but one that's a little bit more athletic. Shaquille O'Neal is the best non-shooting center in my opinion, which is why he gets up here into the Baby Demon tier. I think he is a fun card that a lot of people like, and he has a midi. His jumper is slow and baited as hell, but he's still a good card. Next up is my man Dino Raja, who has jump shot 4 on very quick and has the 7'11" wingspan. The king is back, and I absolutely love him. He snags every board, he blocks every shot. He can get snatch blocks you do not think that he should get, and his finishing is crazy. That long at the layup package with that cheesy wingspan is just so fun. Dino Raja is an absolute demon. He is a super fun card. If you need a fun power forward center, pick up this Dino. You will not regret it. This card is just... he's a blast to use, and I don't know why they ever took his wingspan away. I understand that he does have the 7'3" wingspan in like real life, but I don't care. I want the cheese, I want the fun. But if you like the cheese too, you like the fun, pick up this Dino, and he's gonna be super fun. Obviously, you can tell by how excited I'm getting that I like Dino Raja cards, and it's just it's kind of how it goes. Again, Dino Raja, he's my guy. Ever since he came out, 2K20, yeah, that's it, nothing extra. 2K20, he's been one of my favorite cards. And then last but not least, we got the Demon tier. As you would expect, we have the typical suspects. Kristaps Porzingis, Brook Lopez base on quick, one of the best shooters in the game, and he's 7'3" with a massive wingspan. He's blocking all the shots, he's going to the post, he's paint man, he's doing his thing. He's crazy good. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, jump shot 21 on very quick, maybe one of my favorite jumpers in the entire game. It is absolutely money. He blocks everything. His post game is crazy, and he just goes nuts. David Robinson is the D-Rob jumper on quick, has an amazing post game. He's going to finish over everybody. He's going to literally do whatever the hell he wants and just feel super smooth on the court. So I don't know why anybody would not like David Robinson. Ralph Sampson may have one of the most beta jumpers in the game with set shot, I think 17 even on quick. But the problem is, he's just disgustingly good at stopping everything in the paint. Nobody can paint match on this Ralph Sampson because he's so big in the paint. He's so tall, he's so good defensively, and his post game is crazy, so he can also be the best paint matching card in the game if that's what you like to do. All around, there's just not many negatives about this Ralph Sampson other than the fact that he can't shoot all that great. Patrick Ewing is jump shot 4 on quick. Basically, a taller, better defensive version of Dino Raja is essentially what you get. Also, a little bit better shooting, which is surprising. But Patrick Ewing is a really good card. Nikola Jokic, probably just the most fun center to use in the game right now. Nikola Jokic can play make as if he is a point guard. He can dribble as if he's a point guard. You essentially have a point center when you run this Jokic, which to some people they don't care about, but to me it is insanely fun. Yao Ming is 7'6" and has set shot 8, I think, on very quick. The dude is disgustingly good. He still is slow, which is the one thing that they decided to nerf on this Yao Ming, but gave him shooting, so does it really matter too much? Yao Ming is still gross. Obviously, most people that you're running into, if you're in a high SBMM lobby, they got Yao Ming and Simmons, and it's kind of annoying. And last but not least, Artis Gilmore. I've been putting Artis Gilmore in Baby Demon because I just think he's worse than Kareem. I think he's worse than Kristaps. But I get a lot of hate on that opinion, so I'm putting him up in here to appease you guys. I still think Artis is great. Jump shot 1 on it quick. He's got insanely good defense, some of the best defense in the game, and can sadly not play that power forward position. He could. It'd be gross. But I just think if he got jump shot 1 on very quick, he'd be a little bit better, but still, he's one of the best defensive bigs in the game. He's got a great post game, and he can still go out there and shoot the 3 ball. So, there's really not many negatives to Artis Gilmore out here. I just think that, personally, guys like Kareem, which is a little bit better, at least in my opinion. So, that wraps up our center tier list. Again, if you want to check out the power forwards, through point guards. You can check those out, link in the description down below. I'll probably try to do like a... I might do a Dark Matter steal or something like that. I don't expect it to change too massively before Friday, or I might just put out some other video, like a Snipe Filters video or something like that tomorrow, and then put out best cards over the weekend when we have the newest content. We'll have to see. But anyway, like the video, tell me down below what you guys think I should do with that, and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Let me know if you guys should move some guys up, move some guys down, everything else in between. Talking real fast right now. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.